What is up today, guys, girls, animals, your pet dog, your parrots? Obviously, I'm not talking to pets like snakes or bats, or actually bats, yes, but I'm talking anyways. Trying to say hello in audible terms to those who can hear my voice. Snakes don't have ears, but they could probably feel the vibes. So, what's up, snakes? That's a great intro. So today, I got a little fluffy on my mic because it's super windy out here. Check it out. Oh, Canada. I think that's half mast. Yo, respects. DMX got a lot of attention from that company. No, I'm just kidding. So today I just wanted to go over a topic that came up on the weekend. I had a really good weekend. I was out enjoying myself. I got some new toys. Some of you know, if you've seen the Audio System Specialist channel, you know that I got, I can see my breath. I don't even know if you can see that. I got some new speakers. After 3 or 4 weeks of listening and demoing a bunch of things, I did get new ones, so that's awesome. So you can check that out. Audio System Specialist on YouTube and Instagram. But I went out with a buddy and we got into this discussion of diet, and I do have Crohn's disease. And today I'm going to talk about that and what we discussed. As it turns out, 4 years ago, I would say almost died, but I don't know if died is a really good term. I mean, I came close. Like, if your body is going septic, is that almost dying? So what happened was, Crohn's disease is to me, it's like an autoimmune disease that affects something like inflammation. So it's like an inflammation of the bowels. They become irritated and they can trigger all kinds of different things, including psoriasis or eczema or outbreaks on your skin. Inflammation can cause stress and anxiety in your brain. So you just eat the wrong foods or whatever you caused, all that kind of stuff. It can trigger all kinds of things. So 4 or 5 years ago, I had popcorn, and it caused a minor perforation of my bowel. So the bacteria in my bowel leaked into my body, and I had a fever for 3 or 4 days. By the end of it, it was like 104. My body was shaking. I went to the hospital, and they were like, "Oh, you're in trouble." I was like, "Oh, really? What is this? It's not the flu?" At first, they weren't sure what it was because it was bacterial, but they weren't sure, so they had to isolate me. But it turns out it was just, popcorn husks are really sharp. If you've ever got them stuck in your teeth, you know what I'm talking about. But corn in general, our bodies can't digest the cellulose coating or casing on kernels, corn kernels. You guys have always all heard those shit jokes. It's true, and the reason why is because it can't break down the casing and it just slides through your body untouched. So popcorn adds that extra element of being sharp, like a knife. So anyways, my buddy and I, while out driving around, shopping, we got into this topic of Crohn's disease, and says that his son, who is about 12 years old, has it. And he noticed himself that he would have like skin breakouts and stuff. So we got into this discussion about how to manage the diet, because I'm not on any steroids or medications, because some of them could be like $20,000 a year. I was like, "Doc, give me a break. Like, I can just avoid some foods." So from my perspective, the Crohn's disease effect, or IBS, or other things that I experience personally, are things like too much dairy or too often, which is an everybody thing because it causes gas and bloating, like lactose. Most people are lactose intolerant. If you don't know the deal, check out the Mongolian armies and milk, and Genghis Khan and the genetics that he spread, and then you'll figure it out. Just Google both of those, you'll figure it out. So dairy, I don't want to get hit by a car. So dairy is one of those things, milk. Any hard textures, so like seeds, nuts, vegetable skins, cooked things, whole grains like oats, anything that's a little more difficult to break down. Too much fiber is a bad thing. So a balanced diet's good, but when they say whole foods to somebody who's got IBS or Crohn's, it's not so easy, because I can't have nuts as an alternate protein source. I mean, like even something like strawberries or poppy seeds or sesame seeds. I'm being serious. Any fruits that have seeds in them. Tomatoes and tomato sauce. You can't be sure that the tomato paste or whatever has like all of the seed remnants in the sauce ground up. Can't eat them. It's just the material is really tough to break down. It's a hard material when it rubs against, like if you scratch your arm, or even if you get slapped really hard, your skin turns red. You get slapped really, really hard, it starts to swell a little bit because of the blood that rushes to it. That's inflammation. So imagine that happens to a section of your bowels, to the point where the bowel becomes narrow. And then if you had a lot to eat and one section is narrow, everything behind it is pushing through that material, so it like stretches your skin. It hurts. If you've had cramps before, that's why. Something is not going through or isn't finished yet. Speaking of fiber, isn't finished yet, and then the material behind it or the gas is building up and it's stretching your bowels. That hurts a lot. So textures, nuts, seeds, oats and fibers, anything that's like really hard. I mean, even to the touch, to your fingernail, you got to chew really decently, but I'm talking about like even poppy seeds, too many poppy seeds, it's no good. So like really soft fibers, soft vegetables, boiled, pureed, like really pureed, things like that. I do well with carbs, and my body just absorbs carbs and sugars like crazy, and I can do it very easily. So the irony of my diet personally is that I've always avoided certain things to eat, and I wasn't sure what it was, and now I know what it was. And to another extent, I mean, when you're in pain from exploding bowel syndrome, there's one of two things that happens. One, I have to absolutely plan every trip I make, even in a car. If I've eaten anything, or if I'm going to eat somewhere at a restaurant, I have to be within a narrow window of maybe 10 minutes to a toilet. No joke. At any given moment in that window of time that I've eaten, because if I need to, I absolutely have to rush there. So that's cut down a lot of my socializing. It's awkward. I can't go to eat at people's houses because I have to turn the food down. It's very socially awkward, and it gave me a lot of social anxiety, because it's like I couldn't be around people, and I wasn't sure how to explain it. So it is about managing the diet. It's about knowing what your triggers are, and understanding that an inflammation type of thing can cause mood swings, can cause a lot of pain, can cause embarrassment. I mean, like, bathroom accidents happen to the best of us. Don't lie. I see you in there trying to lie to yourself right now. Don't do it. You know you shit yourself once or twice recently. Can't be the only one. But it's a serious thing. So we got into talking about this, and his son having it at a young age. I was at a point where I just wanted to help him understand kind of what's going on. It's an interesting day, interesting topic. It's just something that we gotta be aware of, right? Like, we all have our different struggles. Somebody's struggling in here. yeah, so that's my story that, you know, about Crohn's and Crohn's disease in general. I don't have any medication for it because it isn't that bad. I mean, my great-grandmother apparently had bowels removed because it was a problem. So I don't want it getting to that, but I just manage it the best that I can, staying away from the things that do wrong. And if I know I'm not going anywhere, then maybe I can indulge. So like today, for instance, I had a really great weekend. I had some food, snacks during the weekend, and today, I guess like 24 hours later, my body's like, you done fucked up. So my body's a little bit off. Sometimes it's like you can't even sleep well because it's disrupting, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, Crohn's disease and IBS is no joke for people. So like another thing that I wanted to mention, excuse the traffic, is like with these lockdowns, and you're going traveling somewhere, anybody that's got a dietary requirement where you need to have access to a bathroom, females, I mean, I know you guys have a whole other thing that you need to take care of once in a while. And if you're out and about, and like seriously, there's a lot of accommodation stuff right now that goes with either one of these things that the people are just not getting when you go out. It's really strange. I mean, oh no, they say stay home, don't go out, it's not essential, yada yada, and skip the dishes and blah blah, like Uber Eats. You can order everything to the house, you don't have to go out, okay. But like in a very short period of time, on top of everything else, you got people going crazy because they're not accustomed to being home, let alone who the people are that you're staying with. You know, you need a break. Even at the best of times when we could go out, you still wanted to go out just to have a break from people, right? That's why I keep looking at the airport. So we do our best, right? And when understanding what we're going through, our bodies are just biomechanical machines that require stuff like I mentioned at work. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could just turn a screw or adjust a cable and all of a sudden your sensitivity changed? And then I thought for a second, that's kind of how it works. If you have coffee, you perk up. If you rest, you feel more awake. If you eat certain foods, maybe you feel different. If you sleep, you feel better. If you're awake too long, then you get cranky. So really, your body being a biomechanical machine, working on chemicals and electrical signals, the things that we put into our bodies, given a state of your body, change the way you react. If you're sensitive, if you're not, you know. So some of these diseases, dietary and otherwise, even if you don't have any kind of like ailments, what you put into your body, you basically are what you eat. Not to plug that phrase, but seriously, it rings a bell. In the last 4 years of my life, having to adjust to knowing what's going on, and then recant the things that have happened to me and attitudes that I've had and moods that I've gone to and all the people that I've pissed off because of my mood swings. Well, that was because I had a disease and I didn't know how to manage it. It really woke me up. I mean, almost dying really rings a bell. And that's my story, and I'm gonna spend a quarter to call somebody who cares. Anyways, this one's longer. This is 13 and a half minutes. I respect you guys for hanging out. Respect to the fluffy microphone. Looks like a little kitten or something stuck on my neck. No, I really respect you guys and appreciate everybody who watches the videos. I know this is a really weird sort of just vlog of my day, but you know, if you're in one of the audio folks, I respect you too, and I got something for you, so go check that out. I'm gonna plug it again. Audio Systems Specialist. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Check out the new unboxing. I did get new speakers. That finish looks amazing. So for now, that's me, and I'm trying to get home on time so I don't have an accident. I'm still looking at you. Don't lie to yourself. Catch you guys next time.